I'm doing like a little mini vlog because there is a showing for a movie that I'm gonna go see that's really exciting. It's by Neil Breen. The name of the film is
Cade, the Tortured Crossing.
I forgot what it's called, so I'm just gonna like voice over myself saying it. Me and Non are going. He is the greatest filmmaker of all time. He makes the best, just good, best worst films ever. They're phenomenal, and we're gonna go see a movie. So I'm gonna take you guys along with me because Patreon content, baby, let's go.
Okay, you guys get voiceover Sam now. Look how sad she is that I'm leaving. So I didn't want to drive around and around and around to park right next to the theater, so I just picked like the first parking place I could find, which meant I parked like 4 blocks away, but I got to the theater and this place was fucking awesome. It's called Alamo Drafthouse Cinema, and you go inside and there's just like a bunch of cool movie shit, and there's like merch, and they have like a place that you can buy DVDs and stuff. And I called my roommate Andre and I was like, yo, this place is sick. When are you gonna be here? And he was like, I'm on my way, I'm parking, I'll be there in a couple minutes. And so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go up, I'm gonna get my seat.
Okay, I'm here, I have about like 3 minutes to get in, and it says on the ticket website that if you come in late, they won't let you in, and Non isn't here yet. So I might be seeing a movie by myself. I have no idea.
Okay, so not a big deal. I just decided to go through. They had a lot of memorabilia and stuff to look at. Also, for some reason, I thought it was like an indie theater that was only going to play indie movies, but no, they have all of the big movies. And they also had this, which seemed important. So I made my way through the Oppenheimer hallways to my theater. It was assigned seating, so I had to like awkwardly find my seat. And I have to pause because this is the part where something kind of funny happened. So I went in to find my seat and I was about to sit down and somebody was like, "Hi, Sam." And I was like, hello. And I did not recognize anybody around me. And I don't get recognized in public, but I thought, you know, maybe today was the day. Maybe I was finally going to get recognized in public for my small amount of contributions I'm making to the content creation space. And then this guy stood up and he was like, "I'm Nandre's friend." And I was like, oh my God, I forgot that when we bought the tickets weeks ago that Nan said that he was inviting one of his friends. So I had to sit next to this person that I didn't know. He was perfectly nice, but Nan was not there. And so I had to kind of make small talk, but it was fine because he showed up.
Violating the MPAA copyright laws. The ultimate react Andy.
So anyways, this theater was awesome. It was sick. They had menus that you could like order all kinds of food, and then you just write it on a little piece of paper, and then you press a button and they come take the piece of paper away, and then they bring you back whatever you want. And yeah, it's overpriced, but it's kind of cool, and they have like all kinds of wine and cocktails and all that good stuff. Okay, so obviously I'm not going to put shots of the movie in here because it's illegal and I'm not an asshole. But what I can do is I can put the trailer for the movie in here, because if you have never seen a Neil Breen movie, I don't think you understand the complexity of what a Neil Breen film is.
I think together we can make a success of this project. They are our heroes. We will never let them down.
Yes, that is a green screen, and let me assure you that there is not one single shot in the entirety of this movie that is not a green screen.
That's not good enough.
It's got action. It has cool special effects. It's got cool fucking chase scenes, and then also endgame level fights, and also romance kind of, but mostly it's just Neil Breen hugging her and they kiss 3 times, and it seems like they had to pay her extra. And then also Neil Breen is the president for some reason, because in all of the movies he ends up being a political figure. But the cherry on top of the cake lies in the fact that this motherfucker makes these entire movies almost on his own.
It's like all my favorite schizophrenic TikTokers and the screen when you bowl a strike at the bowling alley got together to make a movie, and it's awesome.
So anyways, we left the theater. We were really, honestly, pretty happy with our experience. It was awesome. The theater was cool. The movie rocked. So now it was time to make our ways back to our separate cars because we did not ride together. My car was a little bit further away than Nan's car was, so he was just going to drive me to my car, which, right, pretty easy. Well, we ran into the first problem of the night, and it was that the place that Nan parked his car was closed, and it closed at 8 o'clock. But then this guy showed up and he was like, do you need to get in there? And we were like, yeah, we do. So he came over to unlock it, but then Nan was like, wait, I don't think my car is actually parked in here. I think it's parked in the one down the street. So that was a little embarrassing. Well, we made our way down the street to the right parking garage and we got moving. Which is when we ran into the part of the night called Sam Never Fucking Remembers Anything Important. Okay, there's a couple different moving parts here. The first moving part is that I forgot where I parked. I knew generally where it was, but I had walked to the theater during the daytime and it was nighttime now. Usually my phone drops a pin where my car is, but I had taken a phone call halfway through the drive and I have to turn my Bluetooth off when I take phone calls because the speaker on my car sucks. So there was no pin to show me where my car was. So I had to rely on Nan to just drive me around the block over and over and over again until I could find my car. Which went about as well as you can imagine. It was downtown Los Angeles. It was very busy. My phone was at about 5%, and the picture of the ticket that would get me my car back was on my phone. But then I had a stroke of genius amongst a panic attack because I thought that I would never find my car. The picture that I took of the ticket had its location attached to it. So all I had to do is pull the picture of the ticket up, and then I would find where my car was. I'm a genius. It was just a minor 20 to 30 minute inconvenience of us having to drive around in circles over and over again. Not a big deal. So I found my car. I walked back to the valet. Great. The rest of the night is going to be awesome, right? Well, there was a random dude standing at the valet booth and I was like, hello, are you the valet guy? And he was like, no. And then I was embarrassed. So this is me recording myself being embarrassed. I showed him my ticket. My phone died. So here's me charging my phone. And I finally got my car back. But also something weird happened, and here's me explaining it in the car, and I've done a voiceover the whole time, so I'm just gonna let myself talk. They lost my car, and then I don't know, the guy was like, what kind of car do you have? And I told him, and then he was like, huh, and then he was like asking me all these questions, and then he was like running into the hotel to look for my keys like twice, and then he came back out and he was like, oh, I remember you, and then he opened up a box that was outside and grabbed my keys. I don't know what the fuck happened. My phone died. I'm gonna go home now. So I am home. I did not expect that to be that much of an evening, but I'm glad that you guys got to come along for the ride. So anyways, thanks for subscribing to the Patreon. See ya.